Watcher everybody, it's Sunday the 26th of February 2023, and here's another update for Crypto GB and the gang. So where's the best place to start? Let's look at what we normally do, which is how many members we've got. Big uptick since the last update, 32.9k members, quite a few in the queue as well. So there are a lot more people coming into the group, and welcome to everyone who's joined us quite recently. Let's have a look at engagement quickly. That's what we normally do. In the last 28 days, yeah, at Facebook's metrics capability is a little bit rubbish, as you can see. I've noticed that for a few weeks, the statistics don't kick in until later. It's clearly not real time. So let's see if that changes if we do it for everything. Okay, yeah. So you can see for posts it's probably not working very well, but down 96%. Just doesn't ring true if I'm honest with you. Let's have a look at 60 days. Okay, yeah, it's never great. To me, it feels like there's been a decent amount of activity, and these numbers just don't seem to convey it. Let's see what growth is. Yeah, okay, you can see there's some clear contradictions in these statistics. I mean, Zuckerberg, you could have spent some time and money just fixing this, please. That would be useful. I mean, not that it matters too much. There's been some interesting posts on the group. Let's have a look at what's okay, let's look at our top posts. What do we have here? Danny, well, if Ripple is going to take over the world, I wish it would hurry up. Patience, Padawan. It's going to take time. We have the events that are going to lead to XRP breaking its all-time high, include things like settlement with the SEC, and we are expecting something in March to that effect, at least the first ruling. The IPO for Ripple, the relisting of XRP on US exchanges, all of these things need to happen, and they will eventually, many of them in this year, we hope, so there'll be some kind of clarity. There's something about Binance not accepting deposits from Starling accounts. Look, it seems to be really hit and miss. If your bank can transfer Sterling to Binance, honestly getting lots of conflicting reports, but it seems to be getting more and more difficult. So my advice to everyone here is, from your bank account, send sterling to a fintech account, something like Ziglu or Revolut, and then from that account send it to the exchange. So you keep essentially your traditional banking one hop away from any crypto exchange using a fintech in the middle. That would be my suggestion. What was this interesting post here? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, this is all of the companies that are involved in cross-border payments. I thought this was an interesting post. It misses a huge number of companies. Cross-border remittances and payments is a huge sector, and this is why we're interested in it. So what else in other news? I think we're waiting with bated breath to see if this is a bull trap or not. There seems to be, well, the two sides of the narrative, one that is a bull trap, one that it isn't. What are the reasons for it? I think Nick from Cheeky Crypto has been 100% consistent, if nothing else, and his thesis seems to be based on watching on-chain analytics of the behavior of whales and krakens as opposed to the rest of the smaller holders in the Bitcoin sector. And as far as I understand his analysis, it seems like the selling hasn't finished from the whales, and it hasn't even started from the kraken. What does that mean? Well, typically when the Kraken comes into the market and it floods it with Bitcoin, because it holds an awful amount of it, and that's when the bottom is found for Bitcoin, when a Kraken wallet essentially sheds its Bitcoin into the free market, depresses the prices. And the whales kind of start that process and the Kraken finishes it. And who ends up buying? Retail, which is exactly what's happening at the moment. It's a compelling argument, right? Because to go against that is to say this time it's different. And maybe it is, but normally it isn't. On the flip side, though, if we look outside of Bitcoin, if I'm not mistaken, Blockchain Backer has pretty much stated that for at least for XRP and altcoins, the bottom is in. So it's all probabilities. No one's 100% correct. Step with caution. The best strategy is always dollar cost averaging in. Trying to stay in time in the market is better than timing the market. That's proven. So if you're trying to trade the uncertainty, good luck. Please don't use leverage. If you do, don't come onto the group begging for money once you end up being wrecked. My strategy has always been dollar cost average in and hold for a long period of time, and that's precisely what I'm doing right now. There's been some interesting noise around VeChain. We've seen that's one of my favorite projects as well. Provenance and supply chain management using cryptography and cryptocurrency is an excellent case. There's bags of utility there. And we've seen some other altcoins break out. So the sectors that are always interesting are gaming, artificial intelligence. We've got payments and money. That's kind of the core of crypto. But artificial intelligence and gaming are interesting. Supply chain provenance. VeChain has a very good monopoly on that. There are some other coins. There's some interesting movement around kind of carbon credits and things like that, alternative markets, and then tokenization in general. So digitalizing everything that exists today in traditional asset markets and putting it onto a blockchain and making it available fractionally, which really increases liquidity. So all of these things are happening right now. The SEC have gone completely mental at this stage. The SEC is a Securities Exchange Commission in the US. Is it exchange or equities? I can never. I should know that. I can never remember it. Let's have a quick look. It's embarrassing. Securities and Exchange Commission. I was right first time. That's good. Good to know. Yeah. This is what happens when a state institution, the body of the state, in what is increasingly looking like a failed state, goes absolutely rogue. I hope Judge Angelina Torres reins them in, but there's been some, I guess, some noises being made by the Ripple team. Stuart Alderadi, who's the chief legal officer, I believe, or chief counsel at Ripple, has tweeted about this case going all the way to the Supreme Court. Let's hope it doesn't, but I got a horrible feeling it could. It's not the end of the world, as long as the rulings are positive for XRP during that process. It shouldn't slow down the price action. But yeah, just unbelievable to see how corrupt a state regulator can be. And I hope there's some kind of consequence for Gary Gensler, Jay Clayton, Bill Hinman, and the cartel that seems to have captured the US regulatory apparatus. So on that happy note, I'll leave it there. Thank you for everyone for contributing to the group. Really appreciate it. Great fun reading through your messages. Please continue to shitpost. Please continue to share your stolen memes. And have a wonderful weekend.